Jimmie Johnson just took the checkered flag here at the Auto Club 400. Now let's find out what he has to say following that thrilling finish right here in Southern California.
We're joined now by the winner of the 20th annual Auto Club 400, Superman. Jimmie Johnson, driver of the number 48 Superman Lowe's Chevrolet. Jimmie, this is your 6th victory and 16th top 10 finish in 22 races here at Auto Club Speedway. A very exciting finish today. Tell us about the closing laps.
Yeah, just a fun race. I mean, I love the rules package and how the car drives, and then when we come to a track like we have here on an old surface, it is so much fun to drive the race car, and so much that the driver can control, setting up passes, looking for lines. Really just a ton of fun. Started 19th and worked our way forward quickly. And I really felt like midpoint of the race on, we were one of the top 2 or 3 cars, and the longer the run went, the better we were. And let's see, 2 stops from the end, we pitted, caution came out shortly after, and I really felt like I could hold on and race for the lead, if not maybe move back to 2nd or 3rd. And I dropped like a rock, and was pretty bummed out at that point and wasn't sure how the finish would go. And then Kyle had more unfortunate luck here with the tire, and it set up that final caution and pit stop. And I don't know where I came in the pits, but I know I came out way further forward than I did going in. My guys just crushed the pit stop, and a great restart. Great driving car. We weren't the best on the short run in all the previous restarts, but that restart, those 2 laps, whatever Chad did with tire pressures and adjustments on that last stop, the car was incredible. And I got a great launch off the bottom of turn 2, and it was next to the 4 down the back. And then I was just praying that I would hear clear as I turned into turn 3, and eventually I did. And at that point, I felt pretty good about bringing it home with just 1 more lap to go.
Excellent. We'll open up the questions now. If you please raise your hand, we'll get a microphone to you. We'll start here in this press box. We'll go to the terrace press box.
Jeff Gluck from USA Today. I guess we'll jump right in with this. I was going to ask you how far you can go up the career wins list. You're 16 shy of Gordon now. You could get pretty far up there if you race a few more years and keep up the same pace you've been doing. Now that you've passed Dale Sr., will you look at that at all? How many more do you have in you?
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple lists in there that are pretty big. You know, if I can keep winning like this, and how long I can do it. I feel like physically and mentally, I'm the best that I've ever been in my career. And I'm in a great space and really enjoying going to the race shop, going to the racetrack, working with my team. So I'm in the space I want to be in, which tells me, makes me want to stick around and do this for a lot of years. There's no guarantees about when you're going to win and have success. So I've been very, very fortunate to win 77 of these things, which blows my mind in its own. And it's easy to look at trends and say, we win X a year, but at some point that stops. It stops for everybody. And I don't know when that point is for me. I certainly hope it's not soon. I would love to get to Jeff. I'd love to just keep on going and win, but you never know. So, it's important to me to handle this with class, with respect and honor for what I've done, and the fact that I tied Dale with the win in Atlanta and where we are now. I know there's some more legends just ahead of me in the sport, and look forward to getting a chance to get up there and honor them as well and join them with the amount of wins.
Okay, we'll now go to the Sky press box for questions, please, for our race winner.
No more questions in the Sky Press.
Any more questions in the terrace press before we come back here?
No further questions.
Okay, we'll go here to Kate, please.
Right behind you.
Okay, here.
At what point, okay, you said you had a hard time, you struggled. Do you feel that the Superman concept was helpful to the whole team? They were celebrating so much, and they really put so much into this race, especially in the last half.
Yeah, it's fun to have a paint out like this on the race car. We had the Madagascar 3 movie and one with it, and had these goofy wigs that we wore. Everybody's waiting for a chance to pull out a cape if we won here. So all the wins are special, but when you have props in a cause like this, it takes it to the next level. And truthfully, the experience with Warner Brothers has been incredible. Junior and I just had a little fun through social and kind of built some hype around things coming into this weekend. And one thing I have to point out too is, it was a fun program and certainly cool to sit here wearing the Superman cape. But Lowe's and their willingness to let this opportunity happen is something to speak of. And the relationship we have with them and how great they've been over all the years.
We'll go up front, then we'll go to Jerry, then to Kenny.
Hi there, Jason Rzucidlo with AmericaJR.com. Now I know that you're from El Cajon, so how special is this win?
It's very, very special. Many friends that I didn't expect to see here this weekend, didn't even know they were coming to the race, I ran into. Others, we planned, it's my one time a year to really kind of see them and hang out. I even ran into a cousin that I didn't know was going to be here until last night. She sent me a text. And fortunately, as I was going out to driver intros, I ran into her and saw her on the way out. So it's great to be close to home. The West Coast has such a different vibe. And I've been in the grind on the East Coast for a lot of years. And there's just nothing like coming back to SoCal and chilling out.
Good,
We'll
thanks.
go to Jerry, then to Kenny.
Jerry Jordan, Performance Racing Network and Kicking the Tires. Earlier in the week you said you were going to kick Batman's butt. Do you feel like Superman right now with that dive out into the team out in Victory Lane?
Yeah. The dive was fun. I'm glad I backed it up. I talked a lot of trash this weekend, so I'm glad I backed it up. And more than anything, I just wanted to beat the 88 so that I had bragging rights over Junior all week. And then we won the race, so I think I've got the upper hand on him for a little bit. But I don't expect it to last long. I feel like the relationship we have with Warner Brothers and other opportunities that might come along will be another rivalry coming our way, and Junior's not going to lay down.
You got 2 weeks because we're off.
Well, yeah, we're off, which is great. I'm in vacation mode already.
We'll go to Kenny now, please.
Kenny Bruce with NASCAR.com. Jimmy, when you line up for a short run like that, how much does the guy that's beside you or in front of you or whatever that you're racing, how much do you think about, okay, this is Harvick, I'm expecting him to do this, or if it's somebody else you're expecting to do that, or do you just focus on, this is what I'm going to do and I'm not worried about what they may or may not do?
No, you really have to pay attention to who you're around and know their habits and their traits. And there was an earlier restart, I guess the one before, and I made a decision on which lane I chose by who was third and fourth and how aggressive they are on restarts. Kevin and I had a restart earlier in the day, and I was able to get to his bumper and give him a shot, and I feel like that gave us the opportunity we had on that final restart. I didn't expect to get inside of him and really have a shot at racing for the win. My whole goal lining up was to clear the 22, and I know that he's fast, he's good, he knows how to do these restarts, he's very aggressive for a couple laps. So my biggest concern was just clearing the 22 and not losing speed down the backstretch. I was afraid if I didn't clear the 22, an outside lane would come and I would roll into turn 3 and 5th and then have a really frustrating finish. So when I heard clear the 22, my spirits picked up. I'm like, all right, cool, we're in good shape. And then I jumped in the gas and drove up next to the 4, and I thought, well, damn, we have a shot to win this. So there was 2 moments between the green flag and about halfway down the back where I went from optimistic to jumping up and down inside the car and really happy about my situation.
We'll go right up front here.
Hey Jimmy, my name's Paul T. Glusser. I'm with Racing Information Services, and my background's aerodynamics. Can you tell me how this year's change in aerodynamics reduction has you driving differently than last year in the pack and all out?
Yeah, with a smaller rear spoiler on the car, it allows the air to change directions and get back down to the ground sooner, and that's allowing us to get closer to the car in front of us. There's less turbulent air in the big packs when there's 10, 15 cars in front of you. The air kicks off the spoiler, and before with that massive spoiler, it just kept throwing it higher and higher. And now the air gets kicked up, it comes back down quicker, and it allows us to run closer to one another. And then when you take the downforce off the car, it's not stuck as well and as deep in the track, and the car has a lot of movement and sliding. And for me, with my background, I love that. I grew up racing on the dirt, and I love to slide around.
Do you know Patrick Salloway?
Name sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Excellent. Jimmy, congratulations on the win. Thank you.
Sweet, thank you.